Hello, 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 lovely YouTube people. It's going down again. Pick a pile. Love edition. Love edition. Always getting sultry up in here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's hope, because if I flip over these piles and they're like shit, then I'll be like, I'm sorry. I have no clue what these cards are yet. Okay, so my last video was pick a pile, and then America went to shit again. And I was like, do I want to touch that with the tarot? Or do I want to just let my twin sister do that? Do the dirty work, right? Just let her handle the ugly. And then what I want to do, other than being an ostrich in the sand and disconnecting so that I can keep my humor and joy about life, is to do what I love. And I love to talk about love. My Venus is in Pisces. I love love itself. So I thought, since we've now done two pick a cards, pick a piles, whatever you want to call it, of general readings, let's do a love reading now. And again, I do tend to go romantic with the love readings, but I think even people who aren't really in it to watch about their relationship or something like that could still get some kind of nugget out of it. So, hey, watch if you want to, don't if you don't want to. White is pile number one, blue, pile number two, green, pile number three. And y'all know how this goes. We're going to start out with pile number one. So let's go ahead. I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating. Y'all can see. Oh, okay. Who cares? Who cares? Anybody who thinks that this is cheating, y'all just don't need to be here. Right? Okay. Pile number one. And if you notice, I'm going to toss in two romance angels just for bonus. Oh, sprinkles. Emerald Lagasse, like bam. There we go. Let's get serious now. Get serious. I ain't showing you my hand. Go fish. Go fish. Right. Top of the pyramid, because we know we do the pyramid. We got the Five of Wands in reverse. Good. That's the happiest way this card can show up. Second tier. Two of Cups. And the Three of Cups in reverse. Bottom tier. Hangman in reverse. King of Swords, Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is quite a pile, quite a pile. And let's see, our romance angels, we have attraction and reconciliation. Attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay. Okay. All right, pile number one. Let's go into it. Let's talk about this. First of all, crowning your reading, you have the Five of Wands in reverse. That's the best way to see this, because whatever arguments may have occurred, it's over. Reconciliation obviously is right here. That's glaring me right in the face, because this is fighting. This is harsh, passionate, but like harsh words, kind of flying back and forth. People that have a very passionate stance, a very passionate viewpoint, some things could have been said. But that's over now. We are now in more of the reconciliation energy. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Okay, okay, good. I'm glad you apologized. I actually don't see any apologetic cards in here, though, so maybe nobody apologized. Maybe it was just a bump uglies and call it a day. I don't know. Hey, if that's not how you do business, that ain't how you do business. But whatever. This is an end to the fighting, which goes into our second tier. We have like real genuine love here with the Two of Cups. This is like the typical soulmate card. So whatever person that you might be thinking of with this reading, this is an actual genuine type of energy, a genuine harmonious connection. There is a lot of real feelings here, a lot of real love here. The Three of Cups in the reverse. There is a little bit of pause when I see this in terms of like a love reading, because sometimes some readers will call this, like three's a crowd. This can be a bit of a cheater, infidel type energy. So I don't know if somebody has had a streak of infidelity in the past. Someone might have been a little too flirty, a little too handsy with somebody else. I don't know if there's any kind of cheater stuff in the past. Honestly, the with it being right above the reconciliation card, it's like, does someone have a boo boo? Someone mess up just a little bit, because that might, maybe, just maybe. But we do have a very genuine connection here. It's in the upright. That means a very positive thing, especially with the end of fighting crowning the reading. And look, it's over attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So it's like, don't sabotage. Don't sabotage what's going on. This is good. Right here is good. This little row right here is good. So the bottom tier, we got the Hangman in reverse, King of Swords, Knight of Wands. So you have three zodiac energies going on down here. Hangman is Pisces. King of Swords is an air sign, so that's your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Knight of Wands, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. So that obviously is most of the zodiac right there. That's 7 out of the 12. Go ahead and have your pick with it. But, if the sign of you or the person didn't show up in here, not a big deal. But sometimes it's exciting to have your sign called out. But what I'm seeing here is whatever could have been put on hold is now back on. So if there was like oh, we're fighting, or we're not talking to each other, or I don't know about this person, I'm not convinced, I'm kind of like putting up a guard, this is saying like that the foundation of this situation is, no, we're we're unanchoring from the past, and we're starting to flow into the now, flowing into this moment more fully. It's like, okay, so if I did have any kind of hurt feelings or any kind of reservation, or if maybe I blocked you on my socials because you did the most, like, now I'm at the point where I'm letting it go. I'm getting over it, right? And I'm kind of moving back into, you are pretty cute though. Oh, I like it when you do this. Yeah, like kind of moving back into that energy a little bit. And I like that. Now, middle of the reading, right? So it's the end of the fighting. And we got Mac Daddy over here sitting on his throne. To me, that's something that I always find interesting. Jesus, I can't speak. When we see all the little stories that happen in the rows too. So here we have him sitting on the throne. This is the air sign or whatever. This can mean somebody that is in a position of authority. Like this could be someone that works in law enforcement, a doctor, an attorney, that kind of a thing. So it could be someone who's got kind of a big wig job, big boy job, big girl job kind of a thing. And so if that is describing the person that you might be dealing with, then, surely all the better. That would be attractive. To me, I would find that attractive. But I'm thinking that finally we had a little bit of logic and a little bit of a cool head coming into this, because here's our heated words. And this is like, nope, let's be logical, let's be factual, let's be clear-minded, let's not, bring in a whole lot of like emotional fighting or spiritual tension. Sometimes we get like, especially people who are of the spiritual ilk, the spiritual field, can get a little bit too cerebral with things. Like they start explaining too many things away in their head, like, oh, well, this is a mirroring, or this is karma, or this is, all of the karmic debt from a past life. I'm on a different timeline than my lover, the 5D versus the 3D. Can seriously complicate stuff. Can seriously complicate a matter and overthink something, or make something into like confusing, right? And he's showing up being like, listen, We're gonna have two feet on the ground about this, and we're just gonna look at this rationally with the information we got right here, right now, and that is how the conflict gets resolved. That's how we move forward in this. That's how we reconcile. And that's how we start getting right back in that lovey-dovey kind of attraction phase. Now, on the other side of our foundation, the Knight of Wands, but this is in reverse. So, sometimes this can be your little fuckboy energy, and he's like, "Hi, I'm here, but I'm gone." Like, I come in, I sweep you off your feet, and then I disappear. And it's kind of like, okay, but what about all those songs you sent me that were supposed to mean the world? Did you write the same poem to everyone? Whatever, that kind of crap. It's like, wow. So I don't know if you do have somebody who has that kind of energy and you're just like, bye. If you have a choice perhaps between two people and you're like, you're done with maybe like a messy three's a crowd energy and you're like, yeah, bye, you're the player and I'm done with that. I got somebody showing up as a king. I don't need a knight, a bent out of shape, immature, you ain't even right knight. um I'm here for the king. So I don't know if there could be any choice. I see the three as a crowd here. So, perhaps cutting that person off and reconciling with this person. This is all like, I love you, all things go, attraction. And this is like potential third party, potential like player energy, and some reconciliation with Mac Daddy sitting up here in the middle. So that's why I'm thinking that. But if you're only dealing with one person and you're wondering if that one person is trustworthy, I would actually lean to say yes, because both of the cards that are typically cheater cards are in the reverse, which means like it's over, it's in the past. So if that is something that you feel like you could move on from, any kind of sketch energy, reconciliation type thing, it's showing up as a possibility for you. So this is pile number one. Pile number one, people. That's y'all. That's what you got. Right. Let's go put it all up. Put it up. There. There. Pile number two. Bring y'all on around. Bring you around. Okay. Pile two, people. How many pile two people just picked pile two because they like how blue that crystal was? It's dyed. It's dyed. Pretty sure it's howlite, which is typically white. Anyway, it's dyed. Rocks don't come like that. People are like, what? No, I know nobody in here is surprised. Okay, pile number two. Crowning our pyramid, we have the moon. Not happiest card in the love reading, gotta admit, but let's just be patient. Be patient with it. Second tier, temperance in reverse. Still not a good card. Okay, I don't know if any Capricorns that I know of that I'm thinking of right now are watching this, but anyway, second card in the second tier, Six of Pentacles reversed. Third tier, we have Page of Cups, the Tower in the reverse though, and Six of Wands in the reverse. And our two romance angel cards are Love Yourself First and Codependency. Lord bless the souls that have chosen pile number two. Blue has not come through for you today. Somebody needs to go and cancel Eiffel 65. As if they haven't already been canceled for like 2 decades. I aged myself severely. Hello, I'm an old person. Blew the dust off. All right. So, pile number two, y'all having a rough time. I'm just saying. So, I do want to read what's on the bottom of this. So, love yourself first. It has a little note on the bottom. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And then codependency over here says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So if we're just starting out over here at the top of our pyramid with the moon card. The moon card in a romantic reading, first of all, can stand for Pisces or a Cancer, just so you know. but is also about like secrets and hidden shit. Secrets. Secrets are not something that you really want to come bubbling up in a romantic read. That's not cool beans, you know? You kind of want people to be upfront with you. You kind of want people to be transparent with you. You kind of want to know where they are, where they stand. That's not what you're working with right here, pal two. That's not the energy you're working with. There's some major confusion here, you know? It's not straightforward at all. It's confusing. Perhaps one day they're coming at you one way with this energy and it's like the perfect thing and this is exactly what you want. It's like a dream come true. And then the next day they're like polar opposite, completely different person. It could actually be bipolar because I said polar opposite, but where it's like now they're like aloof, cold, cut off, shut down, and they're all like, nah, baby, like not right now. Oh, I'm not even texting back, like left me on red, something like that, that can be awkward or not feel good, and you're kind of like, uh, how can you be like the dream come true one day and like the nightmare the next day? And it's that weird intermittent pattern that drives people the most nuts because it's like I see you at your highest potential and I'm like really in love with that. So I'm just hanging tight in there to get the good stuff, and it's like, man, I'm getting this. No. So could be that. Could be a little swingery going on in here, but the biggest thing is the hidden factor. You don't know something. Something's being kept from you, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of that. Like, and it might be driving you nuts, like low key bothering you. So moving on to the second tier, we got Temperance in reverse and the Six of Pentacles reverse. Neither of these are good cards, if I'm going to be honest. It's not happy cards. Temperance in reverse is saying that the timing is off. There's just something about this where the timing's off. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who could be like in a relationship already and they're doing the whole, don't worry, I'm going to leave them. They're not right for me. I want you. Giving you that card. I don't know if they're trying to play that game. Don't let them run that game on you. Or, like, oh, I'm just, wrapping up a messy divorce, perhaps, and that's why. Or, oh, I just have a lot going on at work right now, and that's why, giving you all of these justifiable reasons why they might be coming across a little bit lackluster for you. And what it boils down to is even if this person is Mr. or Miss Right, it doesn't mean that they're Mr. Right now or Miss Right now. Something about the timing is off, and it's suggesting that what's needed most right here is healing. That's what's needed the most. So moving over here, Six of Pentacles in reverse, that's all about imbalance, man. You're giving way more than you're receiving, or could be vice versa. You could be the snakier person that's coming through in this reading because you got somebody who's coming through more on the narcissistic side and somebody who's coming through more on the codependent side. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know which one you fall on because if I'm being honest, one is not better or worse than the other. They're not. Both are dysfunctions. Just clearly putting that out here. I fall on the codependent side of that dysfunction. So believe me, I'm calling my own ass out. I ain't coming for you. But I'm just saying, don't be demonizing the narcissist if you're not going to look at yourself too. Because we all, like, how do we attract the narcissist in the first place, right? Look at yourself, right? We got to. We got to put ourselves on blast. But regardless, I know some of you are like, exit out of this, unsubscribe, whatever. Doesn't matter. So when I see the Six of Pentacles, though, in reverse, that is the narcissist card. That's the way I see it. In the reverse is when it's being the narcissist. This, again, I just talked about like the bipolar thing where it's like, I'm all with you one day and then I'm like completely gone the next. Look at him. Look at that bastard breadcrumb and the poor little beggar. I'm begging. Come on, text me. Don't you want to come over and watch a movie? Like, I'll rub your back. I'll make your favorite popcorn, And they're kind of like, here, peasant, have one tiny piece of my love, and it's like just enough to keep you on the hook, just enough to keep you addicted to it. And of course, we have the narcissist showing up right above the codependent, which is like the natural perfect toxic pairing, right? And talking about addictions, codependency is an addiction. Narcissism is kind of an addiction to the supply that the codependents give. All of that psychological stuff. I'm not going to go into the psychological stuff, though I am trained in it, so I do know what I'm talking about. But regardless, hey. Um, that's what we see in this line. Let's go ahead, talk about our bottom row. We have the Page of Cups over here anchoring down a corner. This Page of Cups, first of all, it's a page, okay? First of all, it's a page, which indicates that it could be a bit of immature energy. Immature doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means that there's some development that still needs to be had over here. This person is coming in trying to be apologetic, trying to offer something, it's supposed to look good. Here's an offer. The cups is a water sign. This is can be Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios. The moon is also a Cancer, Pisces card. Temperance is Sagittarius. The Tower is Scorpio again. So we have a lot of water energy here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So the water signs are showing up in this one. Showing up. But you got somebody here that's trying to come in apologetically, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, and this doesn't have to be the person who might be a bit on the more abusive side. Honestly, what I'm seeing, what I feel, is that this could possibly be your energy more than the other person's. I say that because here we've got fundamentally, we have something that's hidden right above the Tower in reverse. So, to talk about the Tower real quick, this is a huge crashing down of something that perhaps you thought was solid. I thought we had something, man. I thought we built this on solid ground. I was sitting there like professing my love to you and telling all my friends about you. And that song, it's on radio now. I can't sing, first of all, like at all. But where they're talking about like, I hope you're telling your friends that you're so happy, and then I hope he cheats like he did on me. So bad, so bad. I'm leaving it in here though because I'm not afraid to embarrass my damn self. That song though, I'm sure you can at least know the lyrics, even though the tune is shot to hell, deader than hell. Okay, but that's kind of the vibe that I get off this, right? It's kind of the vibe where it's like, really thought this was something, but yet it's coming crashing down. This doesn't mean that, oh, you avoided the crash necessarily. It technically can, but I'm not seeing that we're avoiding a crash here. What I'm more seeing is that whatever is hidden, I think you've gotten a whiff of it. Like you kind of know they're not doing something right. They're trying to like hide something, and you're like, yeah. You think I'm dumb, but I'm on to you. I got a fake Facebook profile and I've been watching you, dude. I mean, whatever you're gonna do, I don't care. He thought I didn't know his password, but I did, or like his phone password. I'm stalking his Snapchat. He don't know I got one. Like who? I don't know. I don't know. But you got a whiff of this, right? So here is like the secret, and it's like I've got a whiff. Here is like the timing isn't right. There's something that's not healed. It's underdeveloped. There's a toxicity here, and so it's like you need to heal. Healing needs to happen right over. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Love yourself first. So this is about healing, self-healing, loving yourself. And so there's like this apologetic type emotional thing coming over here, but it feels like this is more of your side. That's I mean this your energy is here too, but this I'm feeling is more like you could be one of those people who apologizes for everything. And if you are with someone who bends to the narcissistic side, that would be what you would do, right? Anything to calm the beast, anything to try to avoid conflict, right? I don't want to get raked again. So like whatever you say, we'll do it your way. I'm sorry, like, oh, I didn't make, I made the food too peppery again. Damn, like walking on eggshells kind of, I'm sorry. Like don't let that be you, man. Cuz that is like emotional underdevelopment, and the whole need to heal that and love yourself first, and let's not be in that energy. So over here, we've got the narcissism with the codependency. It's paired off. And the last card that's kind of anchoring the side of this reading is our Six of Wands. And it's in reverse, which upright, this can be someone who's a bit braggadocious. And sometimes, like this can feel a bit like a narky card, a narcissistic type card, because like braggadocious. This is someone who's probably had their little fall from grace. So either that could be you, where you feel like I, it fell apart, and it's kind of like, well, joke's on me. Everybody knew this secret. Everybody knew what was going on except me. So, like, joke's on me. Here I thought, I was bragging to all my friends or whatever, or I thought this was good. I thought we had something. And turns out you're a completely different person than I thought you were. Like, joke's on me. So, it can be that, but this could also be the other person, honestly, where here they thought that whatever game they were running, you weren't going to figure out the rules. And it's like, no, you rewrote the rules. Like you're opening your eyes to this. You're figuring this out, and you're taking the rule book back, and you're like, no, if we're gonna play this game, I don't think we're gonna play it your way all the way. Not anymore. Like I'm starting to come into myself a little bit more, or at least open up your eyes to the fact that you can. And so that could be them falling from their place where they had unquestioned power before, and the power trips over. So it could be that as well. But regardless, here we are seeing the codependency and the need to love yourself first. So this is an inside job. Pile number 2 is about an inside job. Whoever you're messing with could be messy, could be doing you wrong, but all of this could be keeping secrets from you, but all of this is suggesting a need to really dig into that abandonment trauma specifically. So you can have, of course, like rejection trauma and betrayal trauma and things like that, but abandonment trauma is what's screaming out in this one. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be by myself. Like, who am I if I'm not attached to somebody? What do I do? What do I even do? Like, what, who do I serve? Like, what's my life if I'm not serving somebody? It's kind of a feeling. But that's pile number 2. That's some heavy energy, man, but I would look into it. I'd figure it out. Dive deep on that. No, you don't want to. And you're like, especially not after this horse shit in January. But hey, here it is. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Oh, wrong pile. Pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3. Let's see what you got in pile number 3. Crowning. You're reading 9 of Swords in the reverse. Second tier, we have 6 of Cups upright, followed by 9 of Cups upright. Then, bottom tier, we have the Star. We have, this is 7, blah, blah, blah. 7 of Pentacles upright, Ace of Swords in the reverse, and Let's get our romance angels. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. How did that not come up in pile number 2? Pile number 2 had some heavy stuff, if y'all didn't know. Pile number 2 had drama. And then we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So that's the energy you're working with, pile number 3. So let's dive into it. Let's get into this. Let's talk. Let's talk. Oh, Hunty, come on, come closer. Come closer and talk to me. Okay. So crowning the reading, let's just go ahead and start out here. We got ourselves the 9 of Swords in the reverse. So if I'm being honest, whatever your nightmare situation is, whatever the nightmare scenario is that was in your head, it actually could be coming true. It's like, well, hell, nightmare's knocking at my door, and it's actually like, it's not even the thing of nightmares anymore. It's actually true. Because when we see this upright, it's like you're worrying, you have insomnia, it's keeping you up at night, but it's worse in your head. This is like, okay, like, girl, you full blown paranoid. You full blown paranoid. Is you paying somebody to go watch somebody? Are you hanging around on social media doing the peep, 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 staring it down? You be careful with the like button and heart and things. Be careful. It's kind of a reflex, and you're like, oh, now I'm caught, and your fake profiles or whatever else. This is, you could be hawking somebody a little bit on the paranoid side, but not for a bad reason. It's like whatever nightmare scenario that's keeping you up at night, it's like you're aware of it. You're aware of it, and it's actually kind of coming true. I especially feel that because you have deception over here. Deception, man, that's hard. That's hard. And that doesn't have to be the other person. That could be you as well. Deception just means I'm not coming across authentically. I'm not showing up as me. So either somebody's running a game on you and they're a liar, they're just a flat out liar, leading a double life or feeding you the bullshit, and you're like, excuse me, excuse you. We got liar over here too, by the way. Ace of Swords, that's a liar. Whether they are a habitual or pathological liar, I'm not necessarily saying, but at least whatever they're doing right now is not honest. This is dishonesty. This could, like I say, be the self-deception where you're being dishonest with yourself. There could be a truth that you're not coming to terms with. That could very well be that as well. It could. But there's some kind of inauthenticity and untruths happening here, and we got it both over here. Now, there are some saving graces about this. There's some saving graces. The 9 of Cups upright is positive. The Star upright is positive. So, and these two cards aren't bad news bears in a romantic relationship either. The 6 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. So, it can be a bit confusing because it's not like the worst thing ever has occurred. So whatever this nightmare situation is that might have you paranoid, it's for some reason not screaming out to me that it has to be the worst deal ever. So you might be one of those unfortunate people that is dealing with a situation where it's like, okay, they're living a double life and like, what the fuck? Like that could totally be you and dealing with a liar. Could, because, that storyline is at least showing up here. But this could also be something where it's like you are out of balance in a way where your paranoia is you're almost slipping, you're making yourself crazy is what this card is. So whether you're crazy over something that is legitimately like rationally happening, or you're making yourself crazy over projecting some future bullshit that it's like, whoa, slow it down. You're talking about like you're projecting the worst case on the future and that hasn't even come to pass, so calm your titties about it. That's not how you read tarot. You don't just come up and that's how I read tarot. Hey, pot number 3. Welcome to I'm a Redacted Shit Show, right? Okay, second tier though. Let's go ahead and talk about the second tier. Second tier, you got the Six of Cups energy. So this to you feels like this is past life, man, past life lover. I've known this person before. You meet people, you meet some people, and you're like, I've known you in lifetimes upon lifetimes upon lifetimes. I've known you. There's no way that we've only known each other for a month. Like, I feel like I've been knowing you a decade. I feel like I've known you your whole damn life. That's kind of the feeling that's coming up with this. It feels like soulmate. It feels like kismet. There, the signs are everywhere. We were meant to be. We were meant to be in like 100 lives before the now, and we're meant to be again. Like that's the kind of like passion and emotional intensity that I see coming across with this. And that's why I'm seeing this like Nine of Cups is like, no, you're my dream person. You are my dream person. I have to have you. There's a feeling of like, I gotta have this person. So it's either you are deceiving yourself with this whole like it's meant to be, it's so spiritual. Either it's like you're deceiving yourself because you want it to be some fantasy, you want this fantasy to be real, but it's like you're deceiving yourself. Or perhaps you've been sold. Perhaps this person has come to you and sold you on a similar narrative where it's like, oh yeah, baby, like, oh, you're everything, and I've known you forever, and I feel like I feel like I know you. I feel like I know everything about you. You know, you could have fallen for something like that, hook, line, and sinker, and they're deceiving you when they're saying it. It's like they're feeding you lines to be make you be like, oh, he's so pathetic, you know. And of course, reverse my he and she's. I'm just saying it because I'm a woman attracted to men, so I'm like using the stuff that I would talk about in my life, but make whatever fit for you. So, but it's like, this feels like a dream person. This feels like a dream come true. That's right over the very soon card. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. To me, this looks like he's my dream come true. So it's like, I definitely want this person. So it's like the only hiccup really is coming across because the deceptive energy, the deceptive energy, the paranoia going on here. Also, one thing to note about the paranoia, if we read the row like this paranoia card is over the Seven of Pentacles, which is like, this is an investment, I don't know if this could be like a long-term relationship that you've been in. You've invested a lot of time in this relationship. You've invested a lot of energy, a lot of money, a lot of heart. You could have even been supporting this person in kind of a way, whether you were supporting them financially or putting a roof over their head or you bought them a car, like, I mean, there's some kind of like supporting type of physical supporting energy here. You've got a lot invested into this person. And so it almost feels like, I don't feel like I can back away now. Like this person feels like my dream, and I'm fully into the narrative of like, the past life love, and it's like, oh, it's all here. And so it's like, I can't have this falling apart on me. I can't have this not being what I want it to be or what I expect it to be, or this person can't be a liar, or I can't be lying to myself. Like, you're very invested in this thing paying dividends to you. You are invested in that. But there is a sense of hesitancy. There is a sense of hesitancy. There's not a hesitancy of heart. Let me put it that way. You're not hesitating as far as what's going on in here. You're like, nope, got me. Hook, line, and sinker. I'm there. Mentally, though, because like your heart, your emotions, both of these cup cards upright. Mentally, both of these mental sword energies reverse. So mentally, it's a head versus heart kind of a toggle. So with the very soon, kind of doing the toggle, kind of, and perhaps you could be self-sabotaging. Perhaps there is a positive thing showing up and you are self-sabotaging. You're being dishonest with yourself, with your future projections. You're making yourself crazy with your future projections. You're being dishonest with yourself. Oh, I don't need this person, or oh, oh, we could never work out. Oh, it'll never work out. And it's kind of like, woo, 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 calm your titties again. Titties, calm your titties. Let's get some healing about it. You've got both wish cards. The Nine of Cups and the Star card are both about wish fulfillment. Both of them. You have the major arcana version and the minor arcana version. That is a big deal. That should not be lost on you in this reading. This, though, does say, along with this being kind of like the dream come true, the dream come true, this person feels kind of like the dream come true. There's healing. There's a lot of healing that comes along with this card. A lot of past shit coming up that's having to be healed. So it's like, I feel crazy. I feel crazy. All the past stuff is coming up and I'm having to heal it. Or it's like, I feel crazy because this person is my wish come true, but for some reason I'm projecting that I have to cut it out. I feel like I have to cut the person out, or I feel like I have to, like, perhaps self-sabotage, that any of these storylines could be true. You could be dealing with someone who's, like, for real a liar, or you could just be lying to yourself about it. But whatever this energy is, you could be toggling in a way that is holding you back from actual wish fulfillment. So seeing the two wish fulfillments here, and it's like, we're sowing seeds that we haven't manifested it yet. So it's like, it can't come to me now. I can't manifest it or reap what I'm sowing if I'm still toggling. Like, are you in or are you out? Are you committed or are you not? Is this person really your dream boo come true? Or is this just a game that's getting run by that person or you? Like, is this a fantasy or is this a reality? Is this the person of your dreams, or is that just like what you're projecting it out to be? Is this what you want, or is this what you not want? There's a lot of push pull here. There's a lot of push pull of, like, I want you, stay back though. Like, I need you, but don't hurt me. Like, you could have been burned pretty good in the past, and so now it's like, now finally, like, the person of your dreams is coming in, and you're not ready to, like, bite at it because you're, like, so traumatized that you're really working in trauma more than you're working in the now. So you might be doing things that are self-deceptive, and saying no when you mean yes, saying yes when you mean no, just because you're working out of the trauma programming as opposed to actually working out of what you really honestly just want, you know? So you're gonna have to figure that one out and make up your mind about it. Are you in or are you out? Like, do you want to invest in this or do you want to bounce? Is this like past life soulmate or is it not? Is this like, oh, hello, dreams come true, or is it not? You're making yourself paranoid, and you're being a little crazy about it. Now, if you are dealing with someone who is deceptive, like as in a liar, I can totally see why you might be like, listen, I'm looking for some healing. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to think about this, and then I'm going to make my decision because bad news bears. So either you're dealing with someone who is like a dream come true and you need to just get out of your own head because you're going to ruin it and sabotage it. That's one storyline. Or the other storyline is you're dealing with someone who could be low-key an asshole that's selling you some fantasy life, and you're aware of it enough that you're like, I'm not going to get caught up in some kind of like addictive karmic cycle, and I'm going to, like, break out of that pretty soon and just, cut my losses and move on to something real. So either dream person, get out of your own head, don't self-sabotage, or realize you're being played, this is a fantasy, cut ties and bounce. Two different narratives that I'm seeing here. So that, pile number 3. is your pal. Juicy, juicy, so juicy. So this is another late night thing, and this is some juicy late night stuff. Oh, I'm feeling it. Oh, whoops, I forgot to zip up my vagina rocks. Ah, there we go. So, do y'all like love reading pick a cards? Do y'all? Do y'all like these? You have to let me know if you do. You have to let me know if you're like, no, this is, a little too specific. Nah, we're not in the mood. Whatever. Let me know. Just let me know. Give me feedback. I got to know. Okay? Okay? All right. So, it is late night. I am tired. Way tired. My crotch fruit is asleep on the other side of the wall, so I've been trying to be a little bit quiet tonight, but even then, it's like I can't be completely quiet. I'm fidgeting with a chapstick over here. Stop, Alma. I've been telling my kid all day on Zoom, stop doing that, stop fidgeting. So, also, one quick story before I end this. So, every day of homeschooling is like this really weird shit show where something almost cataclysmic happens every day, whether it's tears or, the child unmuted us when I didn't know that she had unmuted us, and I happened to be like mega bitching about cleaning up cat poop on the floor, and I know the whole class and the teacher heard me, and I'm pretty sure there could have been 4-letter words used in front of the small children. They're 5, it's 5K. So I'm like, wow, hashtag embarrassment, right? Please let there have been other children that were unmuted as well, so it could have been their mothers that could get blamed. Right. So today, she's in the middle of English class, and you hear tick on the table, and I look over at her, she's just like, and I'm like, what, Ivory Ray? And she raises her hand, and her teacher calls on her, and I was like, yes, well, and she's like, my tooth fell out right now. And her teacher is like, what? She's like, yeah, my tooth fell out right now. And I look down, the stupid tooth is sitting here, right here, literally, because this is where she zooms, right here, the tooth's sitting out on the table. And the teacher's like, do you need to go? Are you okay? And I look at her mouth. She's not like bleeding a lot because the tooth was like hella loose. I mean, she was wagging it earlier today with her tongue. It was just gross. And I was like, no, she's good. She needs to sit here and continue school. She's not gonna miss school over a tooth plunking right out of her mouth, plinko right on the table. And the teacher was like, wow, I've never had a kid lose a tooth over Zoom before. And I'm just like, leave it to my life, man. Leave it to my life with my fucking, like, scale 10 out of 10, crazy energy all the time, wackadoodle, some kind of chaos, pandemonium, mayhem all the time. And my kids over here dropping teeth, dropping teeth in her English class, learning how to spell and shit, and just spitting bones out of her skull. I was like, wow, we're winners in this household. We're winners. So, on that note, I'm gonna keep winning. I can't say that with a straight face. I really can't. I can't. I'm not even gonna try to say it twice. I was gonna tell y'all can try to keep winning too, but then we'll all be sitting here laughing and waking up all the kids. So anyway, Tooth Fairy's coming tonight, so wow. So anyway, I'll see y'all next time. How about that? Y'all take care. Bye for now.